Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the most, or at least one of the most liked, but also people think overrated or underrated, or literally anything like that, characters. So, this is going to be focused on the rise and fall of Needle's history throughout BFDI to Teapot. So, without further ado, let's go straight into the video. So, Needle was a character who was in the first season of BFDI. She didn't really do much, but she was just kind of there. And, well, even though she had that needy gag, people didn't really care much at first about it. But then people didn't really like it when and the reason Needle was probably eliminated in BFDI was because she was against at least one fan favorite, which was Ice Cube at the time. And Coiny, just like people wanted to see if he would change with Fiery, so people really didn't see any reason for Needle to be staying. And that ultimately mean Needle had to go. And in the next season, BFDIA was a season where Needle would change forever. BFDIA was when she was liked the most. She had so many fans in BFDIA, and her popularity skyrocketed. When she switched to Wobunch, her popularity was so big because of how much she did. Fans really liked this. So they went ahead and figured it out as a way to save her. And since she wasn't really wanting to be eliminated, she was the first safe in BFDIA when Wobunch lost for their second time. And most people didn't really care after. She was a bit rude in BFDIA 5C and 5B, but not many people really cared. Even though she wasn't in BFDI 5B, she was still kind of just bored, but people still liked her. And even though she could be mean at points, she wasn't really that bad. IDFB, she had a few lines and scenes. This never affected her though, since IDFB was so short. And then in BFB, she wasn't really someone people really cared about. But then, when she was put up for elimination, she was the 5th safe, which was different because this time Pin and Coiny were in front of her, unlike the last season, her being in front of them. And it was kind of strange. She was behind Fiery, though, who was a fan favorite for winning the first season. And since Pin, Coiny, and Cake were just liked at the time, and Pin and Coiny are still liked to this day and are fan favorites, it doesn't really affect anything, right? So many people didn't really care about all the Needle throughout BFB. She had a few scenes, but she wasn't really like her BFDIA self, so people didn't really like that. But it was okay, they didn't really care. In BFB 11, she started to gain more fans again, due to her having a new friendship with Leafy and her winning the contest and placing first for victory in BFB 11 for the losers. So, people also didn't care that she turned GCI. Her GCI stuff wasn't really that important. It wasn't really noticeable. No one really cared about it. It was more of a actual weird thing, but because no one had ever seen it. But yeah, she didn't do much. She did know that Pin was the fake in BFB 12, and people didn't really care. But then, this would be the downfall of Needle forever, because it was BFB 14. Needle basically lost all her fans. Her fan base died at the moment. And this was just the beginning. Needle went back to her old mean self, was cruel to others, and wasn't doing much. So, at this point, BFB 15 was her worst episode that fans had ever seen. They even liked the Needy gag better. But people at this point just didn't care. They went ahead and decided that it was better if Needle probably would have just been gone. But even though the losers didn't lose, Needle probably would have been out after Clock and Cake and Eggy. But yeah, Needle wasn't really liked after BFB 15. She did give her team victory again in BFB 15, but still, most people didn't really care. Um, she kind of just, her fan base went ahead and just kind of downfalled. But the good thing is that since she switched to Teapot, there was no reason for her to go anywhere. And she gained fans again, which was good because if she was in post split, so at least she is liked now. And that's good because I think she's a great character, but that means that she's also gonna do great things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.